spirituality and versatility in action. You are listening to Alukotron Free Radio Station.
Get ready.
Don't get brainwashed. Don't get keep your mind open.
Hello and welcome to Alukotron's Free Radio Station. Today's broadcast will concentrate on the eternal question posed to the mankind by the universe, who am I? Its correlation to the subject of self-absorption as a crucial element and a part of our attitude. In my book, My American Experience, we read, "We are a free-spirited species trapped in our terrestrial and mostly out-of-sync bodies that fight us and act against our true nature, knocking us so often out of balance." Then we read, "Attitude is the first noticeable thing after our external beauty. Understanding how we affect those that surround us is a milestone achievement in self-improvement." Furthermore, we read, "Being creative is very important and crucial to our spiritual growth. We should cultivate all the talents we possess and implement them in our daily lives. Every person on this planet has its own destiny to fulfill, their own path to walk, a divine purpose that is exclusively tailored by the universe. It often takes years for each of us to discover and then to embrace that destiny. Very often, we fight and resist the idea of what the Supreme Being has in store for us. We feel lost and inadequate. We let our insecurities and those who desire for us to fail cloud our minds from uncovering the genius and skills we have been already equipped to achieve greatness. But all we have to do is to keep having faith, constantly maintaining an open mind, avoiding toxic people, and let the universe to do the rest. Miracles sure do happen. The key to completion of our destiny is patience, staying focused and grounded, being balanced and in touch with our inner self through the practice of meditation, prayer, and affirmations. In addition to the above, we should always try surrounding ourselves with loving, compassionate, selfless, and empathetic people, and always staying on the designated course. There is a hidden genius in each of us. As a brilliant creation of the universe, we all possess talents of all kinds. The problem is that often, instead of seeking out these talents in ourselves, we feel sluggish and sit idly, looking with envy at those who in their own revelation not only have already discovered their talents, but bravely implemented them in life. So, who am I? I am a stardust. I am the extension of God. I am the healer. Who am I? I am a human with an extraterrestrial gene. I am the universe, God's creation. I am you. I am part of every single person walking on the sidewalk. I am an individual. Who am I? I am a philanthropist. I am a source of inspiration, a treasure box filled with experience and wisdom that needs to be conveyed to the younger generation that has full life ahead of them. Who am I? I am an artist, an individual with unique personality. I am an educator. Who am I? I am an angel. In 2011, I had the pleasure to meet MontyTaylor at the Gallery 300 in New York City, who was co-hosting a lecture with the sculptor Sabine Howard during his Bronze Gods exhibit. MontyTaylor is a Jungian astrologer, mythologist, a radio host of Living Consciously Talking Alternative Broadcasting. He is also a member of the New York chapter of the National Council of Geocosmic Research, where he also appears as a speaker on different aspects of using metaphysical tools in a relevant way in business and personal areas of life. The last day of Sabine Howard exhibition, I had the pleasure to conduct a brief interview with Monty on the subject of self-absorption and its impact on formation of our attitude and how subsequently it affects people surrounding us. With great pleasure, I am happy to present now this valuable interview to all of our listeners. Here we go.
Get ready.
We are in Gallery 300 and I'm talking right now to MontyTaylor, Monty, who is a renowned astrologer, mythologist, and lecturer, also a radio host. Monty, I have a question basically that involves the matter of self-absorption. Just a minute ago you mentioned something about Armour, that he was a bit narcissistic, yet that does not mean that he was self-absorbed. Could you elaborate more about this, and could you point out if there is any good trait, any good side actually in being self-absorbed?
Well, it's very clear, essential to understand with clarity what you mean by self-absorbed. If you look at it in a positive way, and let's call it being self-centered, then you have the opportunity to understand who you are in terms of your authentic self in all of your relationships to other people, society in general, or to your culture. People who are self-absorbed are very often on a one-way street. They're only seeing things in terms of their own benefit. But when you are self-centered and you are understanding that you are more than the role you have been conditioned to play in life, then you can start understanding how your external experiences are reflecting the true inner essence of what you are valuing.
So in other words, there is a correlation in self-absorption and being in touch with your inner self?
Absolutely. Self-absorption would be an exaggeration or an overly developed. I have a motto I tell all my clients. The overly developed virtue can become a vice. So someone who is overly self-centered stops being able to see himself reflected back from everything is a mirror in the world. Every relationship is coming back to you. But when you start understanding your authentic self and you find the beauty of that authentic self and how it's the same as every other molecule in the universe, then there is this moment of epiphany, of ecstasy, of joy, when you can ground it, you see. And life is not a competition.
Absolutely, I understand that. So, in terms of clarity of your mind, and being in touch with your inner self and spirituality, which I would assume very good tool to actually find out more about yourself, will be through meditation.
That's one tool. Yes.
What would be the other tool?
Creative expression, finding your artistic side, finding out who you are authentically in all of your relationships, professionally and personally. Just analysis, observing with a relevance to ground your thoughts into a way that makes it work.
Now, the last question that I have here, since human beings were basically created, if we're speaking in terms of gods, as neutral beings, is there a danger that we may sway either way towards the dark side or toward the light force, and not to create any extreme situation? What would be your
balance?
Right.
What I would tell people about the light and the dark, they are polarities. They're not adversaries. Polarity, if you look at the Earth, you have the North Pole and the South Pole. They do not fight. They balance each other to produce a harmony and a then we must bring what we learn to the light of higher consciousness.
Absolutely. Very good. Thank you so much, Monty.
My
It was pleasure.
Thank you.
Reporting from Gallery 300, Alex is signing out.
Spirituality and versatility in action. You are listening to Alukotron Free Radio Station.